Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Lore Dive. With me, your friendly, tired, and sometimes angry astronaut. As you can see, we're in the vacuum of space, near an approaching rift in space-time. So put on your helmets, grab some snacks, and let's dive in! Well, that was a painful trip. My head hurts a bit, but let's start off the first episode of Lore Dive with Character Dive. Character Dive and Lore Dive are a bit different. Lore Dive will go into species, biomes, worlds, factions, you know, all that type of stuff. Character Dive is where I'll go in on the character, the player, stuff like that. But they will be in the same playlist and separate ones, if you want to watch all of them, or only certain dives. You get what I mean? Okay, so moving on, we'll go to today's episode, which is about Kaison Anderson. He is a 18-year-old, 5'4", 120 pounds, half angel, who is also a priest, medic, doctor, nurse, etc., and is nicknamed the Savior. When he was very young, or when he was first born, I should say, not very young, he couldn't exist properly. His fleshy vessel could not withstand the soul that didn't seem to belong to a mortal but was. So his father climbed the nearest peak. He prayed and prayed for hours at a time. As he lost hope, the heavens opened up. The ground shook. The skies split. A light of heaven rained on the boy. The boy sprouted wings that were divine with a tint of mortality. He was reborn, half human, half divine. He gained new powers thanks to this: a healing touch, telepathy, the ability to fly, unleash a barrage of feathers, and blinding light. And when he was like 10 or 12, I don't know exactly, he gained something known as the Staff of Shino Entei that later became the Staff of Janus, who is the god of beginnings and transitions in Roman mythology. This staff allowed him to physically increase the body, increases allies, decreases enemies, heal people with just a tune. He could teleport across the globe by putting beacons of light. It granted him much power, yes, as a support, which is one of the most important roles in the Hellcry world. But he gained something later on that granted him power to make himself a formidable foe when alone. Power of, well, the sight of Azawa, power negation. With just a glare, he could shut down people's abilities. It had a time limit, of course, depending on the man's endurance. He also made a scarf that could bind foes, and no one yet has escaped. He also gained the Staff of Choziki, which allows him to change arenas to anything he desires. Rise platforms from the very earth and travel realms with just a thought. Obviously, he summons portals and doesn't actually just shift out of existence to where people can follow, if they do dare. He also has the ability to swap injuries from his allies onto targets, for some reason he never has used. Also, has a great mind thanks to his mentor librarian, which we will go into on one of the next episodes. Can't promise it'll be the second or third, but probably the fourth. He can create armors, potions that increase stuff, decrease stuff, etc. He's also been able to create, basically, trackers across the world and satellites to track his allies down to basically anywhere. Doesn't matter the route. Well, there are some limits, but this man does not know yet. Now that's most of the stuff I know on Kaison Anderson, other than the fact he doesn't really have a fighting style. Oh wait, I nearly forgot. He has an Archangel form, which doesn't make him as powerful as an Archangel, but grants him with immense power the ability to summon a powerful ally, which we'll go into in a different episode, but his name is Kiyoshi. But then he also has a ring that summons, well, creatures based off Medusa, Cerberus, and a creature from an anime, Maharaga from JJK. So, basically, that's all I know on Kaison Anderson. Maybe in an update video, I'll get the creator of Kaison Anderson to give us some more insight. But until then, fellow travelers, hope you enjoyed this view of the healing world. And maybe it'll inspire you, or corrupt you. Who knows? See you next time on Lore Dive. Oh, also, next time we'll be joined by the creator of the character. See ya, folks.